Good morning, everyone. It's great to have you join us on Channel Sport this morning. I am Taya Salam.
And I'm Cecilia Omogbe. We're starting with this very, very sad news for all Nigerians because COVID-19 has shut down football in the country.
Sad news indeed, but Cecilia, it was inevitable and it hasn't come as a surprise to me at all.
Okay.
Also on the show, also on the show this time around, in tennis, the ATP and the WTA have extended their suspensions.
Okay, it's been extended, so it simply means some tournaments may not even take place this year. Also on the show is the final day for the English Premier League. What's going to happen after the meeting with all the clubs in the league today? You will find out much later today because the meeting is going to be going on to determine what's going to happen, how they want to play the games. That's after, vaccine or medication for COVID-19 may have been found.
So today, a lot of decisions will be made as regards the English Premier League. Will the season end? Will it be null and void? Or will it be played behind closed doors? We're going to be getting a clearer picture later today when the EPL executives all take part in that emergency meeting.
Absolutely.
All right, let's start the show from tennis.
That's how it's going to be. Yeah. And the ATP and WTA have extended the suspension of their tours until June the 7th.
All right.
As always, two tennis bodies said in a joint statement Wednesday because of the continuous pandemic of the coronavirus. And the whole decision is that the clay court season will not be held as scheduled. We already know that the French Open, they decided on their own to say, okay, French Open is going to be after the US Open. Yeah. Some athletes, international bodies were not even happy with it. But then two of them have come together now, ATP and WTA, to decide that no tennis events until June 7th.
And the WTA, that's there you go. After careful consideration and due to the continued outbreak of COVID-19, all ATP and WTA tour events in the spring clay court swing will not be held as scheduled. This includes the combined ATP WTA tournaments in Madrid and Rome, along with the WTA events in Strasbourg and Rabat, as well as ATP events in Munich, Estoril, Geneva, and Lyon.
That's the whole season.
I mean come on.
What's left? Nothing is left at all.
It's a shame.
Nothing is left.
A lot of players. Cecilia, the last time I talked to you, the last time yeah, what's the name?
Yeah, the last time you talked about
it. Yeah. I tried to talk about how this is a loss of income for tennis players, especially the lowly ranked ones who depend a lot
on money from tour.
On money from this kind of tour events. But I guess health is paramount, and they just have to manage somehow until all of this is over and they can return to living the best life, playing and doing what they love to do.
And what we're hearing from the U.S. Tennis Association is that they have no plans to actually reschedule the Flushing Meadows. That's talking about the U.S. Open. But they said they're going to consult with other stakeholders before making any changes to it at all. So for now, the U.S. Open is going to take place when it's going to take place. And a week after, there will be the French Open. French Open will now be the last Grand Slam tournament of the year. We'll see how this year is going to play out.
As it is right now, definitely. Just before we leave the ATP and WTA tour, it's just common sense. That's the FedEx ATP rankings as well as the WTA rankings will be frozen until further notice.
That's the way to do it. It can't just be there because players are not playing. So how do you climb? How do you rank? So that's why it stays frozen.
All right then. So that's it for tennis.
Move over from there and come straight home. No more Edo 2020 for now. It's a suspension simply because of course, COVID-19. More cases in Nigeria actually necessitated that. And as a result, some athletes I spoke with immediately after the news broke, they were not aware, we were actually having this chat with Arike Ogunbowale, and of course, they were all enjoying and all that, dream of the future, how to improve their games, and suddenly they heard the news and like, oh, okay, well, you guys have been practicing for...
Were they really shocked by
They were
news?
shocked,
Really?
yes. You want to hear their response, right?
All right, let's listen to them.
Let's listen to it. It's shock and surprise on their face when I pose the questions to them.
I don't feel good though. I've been training for long and it's not nice at all. I just really want the festival to come and go. Let's just play the game and go back to our various clubs. We've been training for so long. It's sad. It's really sad.
The coronavirus, are you not afraid of that? Because that's the reason.
It's not in Nigeria as far as I'm concerned. I don't see anything affecting us Nigerians. But that's hard. It's sad though.
I'm just hearing it now. It's not like I heard it yesterday. And as I am right now, I'm heartbroken because I've been hearing about NBA being cancelled and many people's league, I never thought it would affect us because all the rumors of the virus entering Nigeria, they are like, it's fake. They're like, it's negative. So I was like, oh, we are secure. Let's go and play this festival. And we have a very good team. We've been working out for almost 2 weeks now. And you can't just tell us that the festival is cancelled, the camps is cancelled, everybody has to go back home. So is it like all for nothing? I can't really say anything about it. I just know that I'm heartbroken right now. So...
Well, you could see, they were really shocked and heartbroken by this particular news. But then we talked about the fact that no one life is worth it, so you can't go ahead with it, especially with what happened in recent days and all.
Trust me, first of all, disappointment is palpable. I can feel it right here from the way you look. Yeah, so you're right about that. Secondly, it's always going to be like this. They're disappointed. But trust me, they understand why.
Yeah, they understand now.
Why this decision
at that particular time, they have not really processed the whole thing.
They just
were like,
story,
how?
Right?
How is it possible? No, it's not possible. I'm like, come on, it's happening.
So that was the shock of the
It was a shock. But right now, they will understand the reason.
It is all for their best.
Absolutely.
For their best. And they should just continue training. I know it's going to be
difficult.
hard.
Even professional athletes, those footballers and all, they've been saying it's boring. Those that even have the training regimen that they have to follow, clubs have given them and all. How do you continue training, not knowing when you're going to play a competitive game?
I agree. It's a bit complicated. There's no doubt about it. But, surely you can stay physically fit.
Absolutely.
Make sure you don't deviate from,
your program, diet plan, and training process.
Yeah, you don't have to deviate from that, even though you're going to be doing this alone most times. I think it is it's something that they can do, and they have to do, because it's a very dynamic situation, this whole COVID, this virus, and things can change very quickly. And if they have to do the National Sports Festival, let's say in 2-3 weeks, and you've stopped training and you lost your head, you lost all your discipline, all because you didn't know the dates, then at the end of the day, it's not going to reflect well on you, because you're probably going to go to the National Sports Festival and stink up the place, and that'll be a shame. So it's hard, Cecilia, I agree. But let's just try to maintain the fitness, stay fit, stay ready for whenever the events is scheduled for.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at more events has been disrupted, right? More events. Just see more of the events have been added to the ones we talked about earlier. Now, the latest is Nigerian Football Federation suspending football for 4 weeks. All kinds of football, both grassroots and even street football. So for those of you playing on the streets, do not play. So that's how bad it is. Yes, street football. That's what it is. Street football is inclusive.
How do you stop that? How do you stop
that
street
is it.
football?
ATP and WT, of course, mentioned that it's in the tour. And that's another one. Le Mans also 24 hours. That usually takes place in the US. 24 hours a race postponed till September. F1 moves summer shutdown forward, March, and of course, April. Just the latest added to it. And of course, under NFF, MPFL will fall under that, and all kinds of football events also. Those who are organizing grassroots program, and even the Nigerian Women's Football League, Nigerian Women's Premiership that was supposed to start next week. It was supposed to start yesterday, of course, clubs, non-registration and all that. A requirement was met. It was moved to 25th right now. That also will be affected.
Perhaps, Cecilia,
it's
this
just
is a
big.
blessing in disguise.
For those clubs that have not met the requirements for registrations, right? They have the time, so no more excuses. After 4 weeks, they should be able to come up with something.
That's if 4 weeks football activities are resumed. That's the hope.
That's what we are praying. By then, it would have been contained in Nigeria. And of course, we can start our normal lives. When I mean normal lives, no sports. The world is boring without sports. We all know that. We need to go on a break now. We'll come back. We'll be talking about March the 25th of Nigeria Professional Football League.